What's up, guys? It's Ambition, and today we're just going to talk about a few new things that could be coming up here in Advanced Warfare. Just some of these things could be coming up. Some of these things for sure are definitely coming up. So let's just jump right into this. This gameplay, I don't really even know what gameplay it is. I'm pretty sure I'm using one that's on Retreat Uplink. I know it's an older gameplay. I just ignore that. This is all about information I'm going to give to you right now. So, just some upcoming things. Some things, I don't know, you may have heard before. Some things you haven't. We'll just see. So one thing that's being talked about is more prestige possibly being added to Advanced Warfare. Michael Condrey tweeted back at someone. They kind of like were talking about how they didn't know if they wanted to continue prestiging because they were afraid like more prestiges would be added or something like that. And Michael Condrey actually responded. He said, what's more interesting, more prestige levels or a Grandmaster prestige, which would be basically a Master Prestige ×2. So we could possibly be seeing either one more prestige, which would make it 16, or maybe another 5, another 10. We don't know for sure, but I'm almost positive this is definitely going to happen, which I think this is only the second time this has ever happened. I know they did it in MW3. They had 10 prestiges, then they added 15, and then they added another 5, which would make it 20. 20 prestiges. I actually went through all 20, but that took a long time. I think that's the game I have most played on like all the Call of Duties. I think that's the one I most played. I think I have close to 20 days played on that game. I played the shit out of MW3. Anyways, getting back on track. I'm not exactly sure how many more prestiges or exactly what's going to be going on with that, but I'm almost positive that's definitely going to happen. Because you know, him tweeting back saying something like this definitely shows something. And then also I've seen some information that something was said before the launch of Advanced Warfare, asking him how many prestiges there were going to be in the game, and he responded with 15 at launch. So you know, he said at launch, so meaning there'd be 15 at the launch and then possibly adding more. So I'm almost positive they will be adding more. I'm not exactly sure how many. I hope actually not a ton. I just kind of want it to be maybe one. I think it'd be good at 16. Like 15 is already a lot of prestiges. I think 16 would be fine, but I know 16 is kind of a random number, so I feel like they're definitely going to be going with 5 more prestiges, which would make it 20. So we'll see exactly what happens. But in my opinion, I would prefer them like not adding any, just to stay at 15, because 15 is quite a lot of prestiges. So we'll see what happens there. Another thing that's coming out is new DLC for Advanced Warfare. It's the Havoc DLC. There's a few maps, 4 maps like usual for multiplayer, and then one kind of side mission kind of thing. So the 4 maps are Urban, Sideshow, Drift, and Core. Urban is just kind of a really close range map, and I think they said something about like these walls will come down and then like lines of sight will open up for everything. So we'll see exactly what happens there. That seems like a very close map though, and kind of like a lot of lights and everything like that. So probably kind of like a city map. But we'll see exactly what that is when it comes out. The next map is Sideshow. This one is I think they kind of said like a clown kind of nightmare map. Like if you hate clowns, there's gonna be a lot of clowns on here. And there's actually this map in the middle of it, or this like sign in the middle of it that launches these balls out, and they're like bombs, and you can run and pick them up just like the uplink ball, and you could throw them at your enemies. So that actually sounds really cool. I'll be looking forward to that. We'll see exactly what happens with all this stuff at launch. I don't know, so far it sounds really dope. Next thing we have is Drift. Drift is a like snow map, and I think they said it takes place in the Rocky Mountains. And it just kind of has like a merry-go-round on it and a bunch of Christmas tree and stuff like that. Kind of like one of those like kid maps we've seen in the past, but they're fun to play on. with all the routes and everything they usually have. So and then the next one we have is Core, which kind of, I think they said something about like some like facility blowing up, and there's a lot of debris everywhere. So that means there'll probably be a lot of routes. And they said there's 3 main paths, and then there's a big circular area in the middle where all the chaos will be on those main 3 on the main 3 paths, and then in the middle part. So I hope to God all these maps are like really sick. They sound really dope, actually. This all drops on January 27th on Xbox Live. So it's coming up here pretty quick. We only have, a few weeks. And then also Exo Zombies. We all were assuming this was going to happen. Exo Zombies and a DLC and being its own kind of thing. Because as we saw at the end of the Exo Survival, there was the little Exo Zombies kind of mission thing. I never got to that. I still need to get to that hopefully before this comes out. And then in that, we're going to see obviously Exo Zombies, not your normal movement where you can run around and train these zombies and get to high rounds. They're probably going to be dodging and jumping and boosting and all this kind of stuff. So this might make it a lot more intense. We'll have to see what people can do to this and how we can adapt if you're used to old zombies like me, and how we can adapt to these new ones. There's also going to be a new weapon in there, like a laser shotgun. Just like the laser weapons, like the EM1 and the Widowmaker. What was it, EA4 or something like that. But it would just be a shotgun version. So hopefully all this stuff is really cool. It definitely sounds like I'm pretty hyped come January 27th. That's all I have for you today, guys. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like rating below. If you want to see videos whenever I release them, you can hit the subscribe button, and they will go straight in your subscription box whenever I upload. I'll see you later, guys. I'm Ambition.
Ready, aim, fire.